Not sure if everyone is enjoying salad or just really, really hungry. Yeah. In this video, we're gonna have some fun. How this works is that the internet's funniest intermittent fasting memes were all compiled, and I'm gonna be seeing them for the first time with you. This should be pretty good. Let's get started. You can't go wrong with this duo right here, The Rock and Kevin Hart. Dude, we've only been fasting 2 hours. I feel like that's like me and my wife when we're doing like a 2-3 day water fast and we both like take one roll or the other, where it's like we have to like console each other because we're like whining about it at different times, but we get through it in the end. So that's a good thing. Me on my fasting day. All right, yes. I mean, we all feel like that. You know, when you're fasting and you're just like, there was this time where I was doing a 24-hour fast every single week, and every time that day rolled around, I was like this guy right here. I was just like, I think I'm dying, I'm starving, I'm just gonna be bones. I'll eat fast food, drink neon colored energy drinks, take all my prescriptions with nary a question, but I really must do research before trying this intermittent fasting. Yes. This is funny because I have actually had this experience with people. There was a time where there was this lady, her son was taking a really harsh acne medication. I think it's called Accutane. Horrible. I mean, they literally check your liver while you're on it because it could shut your liver and kidney down. And I was like, you know, probiotics really help with acne. And they're like, ooh, I don't know, you know, probiotics, is there any side effects to them? And I'm like, are you kidding me? You were taking like a poison and then you're worried about a side effect of a probiotic, but this happens all the time. 3 days into a 4-day water fast, feeling really good. This is so common. I see people do this all the time. Like they have this idea that they want to feel good and they want to tell people how good they feel while they're doing like a water fast. Like sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I'm miserable and it stinks. And then there's other people, it's like they look like they're dying and they're like, yeah, everything's great. I feel awesome. I don't always fast intermittently, but when I do, I skip breakfast. The joke behind this is that it's like millennials are so clever that they skip breakfast and now they call it intermittent fasting, where like people have been skipping breakfast forever and they didn't call it anything. They just did it, you know? So that's kind of the clever part of that one, I think. I think it's what they're getting at. How I feel all day when I'm fasting. Yes, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, that's me, you know, and that's typically not like right off the bat. It's usually right around like 2-3 in the afternoon. I just start to look like that after like a long day, you know, a little bit of stress, a little bit physically demanding. And then I get those cat eyes going, and that's what happens. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You have no power here. Yeah, I'm not following that one that much. I don't know. I think that I'm missing where this is from. I don't even know where this character is from, actually. Is it from like Game of Thrones or something? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I spent all this money on shakes, pills, and powders. All I needed was intermittent fasting. That's a good one. I like that one because, you know, this is what a lot of people do. I get asked all the time, you know, weight loss supplements. What weight loss supplements do you recommend? Do you have any weight loss supplements? I'm like, no, I don't recommend weight loss supplements. Eat a low carb diet, do intermittent fasting, and you know, save your money. Don't do that. That look you give when people keep offering you food and you're fasting. Yes, that is the look you give when people are asking if you want food. I have that happen all the time. It's like, it's that thing you're trying to avoid. You're trying to avoid eating and you're trying not to think about it. All of a sudden somebody's like, hey, you want some you know, breakfast? 13:58, watching the clock. 13:59, still watching the clock. 14. Yes. I try not to do this, but I feel like I've been there, and I feel like we've all been there. Like sometimes when you're fasting, like it's kind of cool and you're like, oh, I'll break my fast now, you know, just, you know, eat normally. And then sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, that fast is coming. And then you just like, you know, want to slam food. So I love that one. That is actually hilarious. Eat a double whopper and no one bats an eyelash. Fast for 16 hours and everyone loses their minds. Yes, 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 yes. This is funny because like, when you start intermittent fasting or really any health regimen that's new right off the bat, you want to typically start telling everybody about it. People just like freak out. They're like, oh my gosh, you know, you're not eating for 16 hours? Aren't you gonna die? Or you're doing a 3-day water fast? You're gonna starve, you know? But yet like nobody questions drinking Coca-Cola all day and, you know, slamming a whole bunch of really bad foods and eating fast food. And so yes, that is 100% true. And I see a lot of people, and don't do this, okay? A lot of people, they get the courage or whatever it might take for them in order to start intermittent fasting or start a new diet. And then they start telling people about it and they're just like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. How could you do that? As a matter of fact, I told a guy that I was doing intermittent fasting a couple weeks ago, and he told me, he goes, yeah, skipping breakfast is horrible for you. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, and he didn't know who I was or maybe the education I have behind this topic, but it was just like, I was like immediate. I was like, what are you talking about? No, it's not, you know, but that's just the general public. Not sure if everyone is enjoying salad or just really hungry. Yeah, this happens a lot. Like, you know, you're intermittent fasting and, you know, you get that first meal and it just tastes good. This is actually a good thing because it lowers your idea of needing to have this, I don't know, this big flavorful meal, and things that are more simple taste good to you. So if you do like a 3-day water fast, like you literally can break your fast with the most simple foods, no spices, no flavorings on them, just simple veggies, and it just tastes amazing. So I can actually relate to this meme here. We've exhausted all conventional measures. One last desperate option is to put you on an alternative natural medicine that has a 96% success rate. Yes. This is literally so true. You see all these doctors that like put people on all this crazy stuff and it's like, well, we're gonna have to step out of bounds here, do something really dangerous. We're gonna put you on a low carb diet and ask you to intermittent fast. It's like, no. Did you see the side effects of all the medications you put them on prior to this? Like, how crazy is that? Me trying to ignore carbs and then carbs. I don't know if it's funny because this guy's got like enormous huge arms that like just, I don't know, or the huge gauge in his ear, or the guy that reminds me of like that person at a ball game that won't stop staring at you. Anyway, as it relates to fasting, yeah, you know, you're trying to ignore carbs and like, yeah, they just, especially in the beginning, you get through this stage of having that carb just staring at you. You get through that stage and you don't care as much after you get it down a little bit. But in the beginning, if you're just eating like an average diet, which typically consumes about 300 grams of carbs per day, and you start the low carb thing, oh, it's frustrating. Intermittent fasting smells morning bacon when walks into the office. If you smell bacon, yes, you will have tears. There's no doubt about it, because I mean, bacon's amazing. Look, if you guys are like on keto and a lot of people who follow this channel are eating keto, you understand the importance of bacon, okay? So yes, that would put you to tears. I want these intermittent fasting benefits to start right now. This is what a lot of people do. A lot of people want those intermittent fasting benefits immediately. They'll do it. I'll have people like start intermittent fasting and they'll do it for a week. They're like, well, you know, I saw somebody on the internet who lost like 20 pounds their first week, and yeah, it didn't really seem to do much for me. It's like, hold up. We're in this for the long term, not the short term. We're creating sustainable practices, and you know, the results will come, I promise. We just always have to be patient when we're looking at natural health, because natural health takes time, but the benefit is that you're getting to the root cause and you're increasing your health naturally, because true health only comes naturally. I hope you enjoyed these memes. I think they were all great. If you want to learn the ins and outs of intermittent fasting, watch these videos right here. When doing intermittent fasting or one meal a day, I am a huge supporter of a healthy diet.